Okay, this is part 2 of our coaching session, and this is the learning phase. Just to review from last time, we decided that your 2 goals were to incorporate more technology and to have more student engagement and collaboration, and you're going to do that through a STEM lesson, okay? So I created 2 checklists for you. The first one is using effective thinking prompts because those are aimed at getting students excited. And the definition of a thinking prompt is actually a device, whether it's a video clip, article, song, picture, or word, that's presented to students to promote productive conversations, okay? So with the checklist, and you can use this at the beginning of a lesson to kind of use as the hook to draw them in. So first of all, it should be provocative, meaning the students feel like they have a strong desire to respond. It should be complex, which means that the thinking prompt can be analyzed from many different perspectives because, you know, we teach a very diverse group of students. It should be personally relevant to the kids, positive and inspirational, meaning you're fostering a learning-friendly classroom culture, which I know you do anyways because I've seen you before always talking about safe zone in your classroom, right? Safe space. It should be short to leave ample time for classroom discussion, and also appropriate for the content without being lame for the students, okay? And if you use these effective thinking prompts in conjunction with effective questioning by having open-ended questions or opinion-based questions, you should get a higher rate of student engagement, okay? The second checklist is one I created for your STEM, and I made this very basic, only 4. Even though it could be longer, the 4 things I chose to focus on for STEM is the teacher being a facilitator, where it's very student-centered, okay? And then utilize the engineering design process, which we recently created in our STEM collaboration group. Students are producers of technology, not just consumers. And then community engagement and involvement, okay? Is there anything on these lists that you want to modify or change?
It looks good. I like the term provocative. It really sends a purpose.
Okay, so we already had the discussion about how you wanted me to model using these checklists, and you came into my class to observe me, and you took notes using the checklist. So let's go over what you found as you were observing my lesson when I introduced the students to our STEM project of them designing their own roller coaster utilizing technology.
Well, from what I saw, you were more of a facilitator. You didn't sit there and peek from the start. You were just really more or less of a guide, and hey, let's on this together, and let's move from there. That's pretty good. Engineering design process was good and on display. And I've seen the activity before with the roller coaster design, and it's really open-ended. How many loops can they put in? How fast it can go? And then the key thing being, can it stop at the end? Really provides feedback to the kids. Hey, you did a good design, but you're going too fast, so the roller coaster is a mistake. With students, I noticed they're really the producers of it. You were just there as a backdrop, and from there, they just went and did, and you saw 100% engagement, which was to see. Really, just lens-focused STEM process and how good of an idea it might actually be to do and facilitate for years in the classroom. Now, it was kind of cool because once the kids started doing, they started researching, and I noticed you initiated that, researching some roller coasters from our local place at Six Flags. I've been on some of those. They are scary. In fact, I think I'm going to lose my balls every time I'm on those. But, it added a personal touch for those that were able to attend. Just with where we teach, not everybody can go to Six Flags, but a lot of kids had some personal engagement. For example, they're going to do the Batman roller coaster and things like that, which I've done. Gosh, I think it's scary. But it was kind of cool to add that touch because they went on to the process of trying to replicate and or improve that one. Again, and get added to the engagement. Really, the only thing I think you can improve upon is bringing an expert in. And they're just not available. It's not like Six Flags, and they are very ample to field trips and things like that. But it would just be interesting. Could you have a good Skype with an engineer to just give him some background on it? But overall, the lesson was pretty good.
Okay. So, in addition to you observing me, we also attended a STEM Innovation Academy offered through our county, and you and I both attended along with 2 other teachers, where we got some awesome information about how to implement STEM effectively for the students, where it focused more on, again, that student engagement, where they are the ones doing the work and we are just helping guide them. So, the last step that we're going to do is we are going to set a time to implement the practice. I'm going to give you the checklist. In about 2 weeks, I'll come in and we'll implement this whole thing.
So,
Okay.